This is the original podcast edition of The Guild of the Cowry Catchers by Abigail Hilton, now part of the complete Pirates of Wefrevane series. The books are available as audiobooks, ebooks, and paperbacks. This podcast originally aired from 2010 to 2014. Stick around after the story for commentary from me, the author, more than a decade later.
Oh, damn that Abby Hilton. Damn her very eyes.
Oh.
Wait, you haven't started recording, have you?
I actually did. Should I start again?
I mean that in the nicest way, of course.
Yeah, we'll just leave it. He may look like a racer, but I think you got a bad deal. He's sick. Didn't they have an outbreak of jungle plague in Malaysia? Let me say that again. I almost said Majiba or something. That word jumped out and caught me by surprise.
Well, wouldn't something be wrong with you if you woke up in a cage with a Leon tattoo? That's pretty funny, actually.
I like that.
Let me do it again. I didn't realize it was...
He's a bit temperamental. Just takes an occasional touch of the whip. But he's strong. Look at him, very strong.
And very big. Huge, in fact, for a Leon.
Yes, amazing, isn't it? I better probably do that again just in case you're still licking your lips over my line. Yes, amazing, isn't it? Would you like to look at his papers again? You're getting an amazing bargain.
That's literally Richard Taylor, the head of Weta Workshops voice. You're lucky to even sell him. All right, we don't have to do that.
But you want to.
I do. Give him a smack for me. I want him out of the street and into my cause.
You have no idea. He's really big for a Leon.
Stop it.
The last Leon I had wasn't quite so big.
Wyverns and waterspouts. It's alive. Well, that was a little too Jimmy Olsen.
Like, man, that one dude at Thunderdome really wants Philbane.
Philbane. Is it Philbane?
Philbane.
Fel.
P-H-E-L.
Yes.
Philbane.
And you're like, Philbane.
Now, am I going for smooth announcer Philbane?
You're going for a half-drunken crowd.
A heart can be broken. Alcer! Are we doing this or what?
She was awful in that movie.
You guys keep singing. Gerard!
She acted like this.
She really was
A rival narrator.
Welcome to the Thunderdome.
Yeah, she was really
Mad Max. This is how you act.
She was really terrible. You just got the feeling that Ike was going to just belt her.
The second one, I've never seen it all the way through. I've only seen bits and pieces over years, all together, maybe 2 times. But I do recall Tina distinctly acting like that.
Poorly? No,
just like that.
Yeah, just like that. That is exactly right. She was terrible.
I am acting.
She was terrible, but it was Thunderdome. Yeah. It could have been Red Sonja. I mean, whatever.
Hey, shut the fuck up. The movie's awesome.
Yeah, so...
Fuck you. Red Sonja kicks ass.
Yeah, I know.
It's got that little Asian kid who kicks ass. It's got that big fat guy who kicks ass.
I know how to get these guys in character.
Is it Conan who kicks ass?
Guys, imagine, if you will,
Rosa Gown at Conan.
that you're a high school student in the 1980s.
Is that going to happen?
John, pay
but the
attention,
Conan's gonna
okay?
happen.
I'm getting you in character for Abby,
Sorry.
okay? The communists, John, have attacked America.
I like them. Welcome, brothers.
Panthers!
Comrades.
Wolverines! But,
be the Panthers.
imagine.
Well, you would be. I didn't graduate.
Oh my god, I can't wait to spend my day standing in a bread line.
Imagine
As opposed to working.
that your
Sounds
hero
so good.
that's going to fight the communists is named Philbane. And go.
Go, communist.
Well, I mean, you could just take that, like,
do you want us to chant
overlap
Philbane and then all chant
Here's what
Philbane?
we should do. I got this.
My
We
turn,
should
Abby.
do
My
2
turn.
recordings.
Hundreds of people.
Two.
It used to sound like
Different
stadium.
voices.
Different voices.
Yeah.
I go really low on one.
Okay, guys.
We do like 8 recordings, and I can make it sound like 74 people by my math.
Okay.
Because I can go Philbane, Philbane.
Next take.
Philbane, 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 Philbane. And then we loop them all together. Bam, you've got your crowd.
Okay, let's just try doing a chant at the same time.
I am the Mel Blanc of Felbane chanting, is all I'm saying.
Is it supposed to be like...
This is my calling.
Unrivaled.
Totally unison, or is it supposed to be like a
Like,
rock?
a little long.
Like
Unison enough that they need to be able to understand the name. The listener needs to be able to. So try chanting at the same time, and then if you want to try chanting at different times.
Are we recording?
Let Ryan.
Yes.
This whole time?
This whole time.
I do not give permission for this to be broadcast.
Great outtakes so far.
I do not give permission.
Too late.
This card keeps falling on the floor.
I'm so sorry.
I keep knocking on the floor.
It's an expired.
That's
I
where
don't know
it
why
goes.
it keeps doing
That's
that.
where it goes.
It's like
Wait,
herding cats.
stop. Let me just put
It's like
back-
herding cats. It's like a cat rodeo.
Put it back
Imagine
where
that
it
you
goes.
were trying to get them to all record
This is where
different
it
parts
goes.
of the same poem. I gathered that you
This
were
is where it
saying.
goes.
Okay, no.
What's Philbane got to do? Got to do with it?
Welcome to my Thunderdome, Felbane.
What's Philbane? What a second-hand emotion.
You're never gonna leave the Thunderdome, Felbane.
Yes.
Alsair,
Okay. Who needs Alsair?
when a heart can be broken.
I don't know.
Let's get 5 repetitions of this.
Okay.
Are you gonna count them all?
Yes.
I'm a method actor.
We will, Philbane.
Hey, it worked in Knight's Tale. Oh, the movie's awesome.
So
Knight's Tale.
Hunty. Okay, so now we're supposed to be really nasty and Transylvanian.
It's just
Well, wyverns in the river, eh?
okay.
Good to know, good to know.
Gross, dude. Is that really how you? Well, wait, you can do it however you want.
Am I supposed to be yellow then? You were green in the last one, huh?
Okay.
Transylvania comes to mind. Why Transylvania?
Well, LOL Transylvania.
Oh, I've never
Not
been to. Is that like LOL caps or whatever that they call that spelling out thing? Like woot with 2 zeros?
No, I think that's one of those new countries that's come after the fall of Russia.
Is
it's
it?
LOL Transylvania.
I see. It's like when you refer to Germany as the German Democratic Republic or something. Give it the full GDR. LOL Transylvania. Well,
Said the slaver, nervously rubbing his hands together. Can you actually hear that?
I could. I don't know if she'll be able to with our
His
crappy mics.
His hands are so rough and manly, you can't help but hear it.
Can you do castrations?
Yes, I also did recordings for Podcastle.
That was my weird giggle. How about that? What supplies do you need?
This is terrifying, Abby.
Don't you ever raise your eyes again! I could do that again, but I don't think my throat would take it.
Is that the new one rule? Oh, I hope not. I added extra lines, because I'm an idiot, and tried to do the next line while standing 3 feet away. Damn it! I hope you haven't damaged his arms.
Okay, this next one is a little messed up, but I managed to be able to do it for the first time in a long while, so I thought I may as well give you this voice as well. It probably won't get used, but it should be funny to listen to.
Is that the new one rule? Is that the new one rule? Oh, I hope you haven't damaged his arms. This looks like enough of a lesson to me. Get him up and in here.
Okay, that last voice ripped the throat out of me. Thank you for allowing me, Colin Graham, to destroy the proud audio history of the Cowry Catchers. It was pretty much a clean record up to here, wasn't it?
Okay, Abby, I'm just going to start trying to say these names a couple of times here. Alsair. 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 Hope one of those is close. Thessalon. Good God. Can we just call Thessalon Bob? Is rumored to have been killed the night Bob was... Yeah. Is rumored to have died the night Bob was killed. That would be great. Silvio's warnings about the dangers of mercy proved to have been distressingly accurate. Silvio's warnings. Is it too late to change his name to Steve? Probably. Okay.
Oh, and he can't speak. We cut out his tongue.
You did what?
We were tired of getting Norm Sherman's voices, so we cut out his tongue, you see. He was very difficult, missing the deadlines and things of this nature.
Always wanting to be somebody special trailer.
The Parsec winning Norm Sherman, yes, listen to this talk.
She's just going to have us replaced, you realize?
But who wouldn't?
Why, hello, Miss Hilton. This is Sylvie. Talking to you in your head. Oh, that's right. Look at the volume knob. It's all the way down. It's on mute. I'm speaking to you in your head again. Just playing. It's Norm. Does that ever happen to you, though? You know, I have a feeling it does. I have a feeling sometimes at night you're drifting off and you hear, "Oh, Abby, it's Silvio." Don't forget to ask Norm for lines tomorrow. He's going to forget. And kill off Alsair's character. I have to give you a little moan. And we know how those always turn out. I don't know. It's 1:30 in the morning, so I can't get too loud here.
Silvio, you belong to yourself. You can go wherever you want. You don't have to stay with Merv.
I don't really like it cooked. And it's 11 o'clock. Let's try that again. When we got on his back, a little. My stomach's growling, sorry. Okay, let me do that again. So much for monotone.
I want to see what's in the cabin. Damn, my cat keeps jumping off of things.
Mother likes me because I'm talented. Sorry, that was the kitten. She was sleeping just a second ago. I might have to stop and put her in the back room. I'll try it one more time. Most of them have forgotten how. Sorry. She's pouncing at the walls of my tent. I'll be back.
I have no idea what you mean by swallow all the air in the room. What do you mean? Like, I don't know. I'll do a retake. Retake. Can I just be your squirrel for now, Gerard? Sweet Lord Yesu. Didn't think I'd be saying that when I woke up this morning. Can I just be your squirrel for now? I think you only got one take of that one. Can I just be your squirrel for... Can I just be your squirrel for... Abby is such a closet furry. The hard thing is I'm supposed to be doing this with tears in my eyes and, well, emotionally. He died screaming, but he doesn't stay dead. He comes back. Oh, my cat just jumped off something again. I killed him. My cat. He died meowing, but he doesn't stay... Edible Parts was pretty angry. He said if I didn't like his cum, he could give me something else from the same hole, and he peed in a cup and made me drink it. And it tasted like rusty nails soaked in cat piss, too. And I was like, I want candy. For the love of God, man, can't you secrete anything that tastes like candy? Edible Parts was pretty angry. He said if I didn't like his cum, he could give me something else from the same hole. And he peed in a cup and made me drink it. And then he made me throw it back up directly into his mouth, where he blew it out his nose, all mucusy and boogery, into a glass of lemon juice, mixed in 2 tablespoons of cayenne pepper and maple syrup, and made me drink it and nothing else but that for 7 straight days. Worst detox ever, and the weight came right back the second I was off it. We used to call the owner Master Ricebottom, since he had those bouts of tapeworms, and he was also looking for a cure. Holy crap, Abby Hilton, what's going on in your freaking head? Ever had tapeworms, Gerard? It's a bitch. Ever had tapeworms, Gerard? Of course you haven't. No, please don't apologize. Don't apologize. You're the one who's missing out. If we eat enough poorly cooked game, you might get to have the experience. Basically, the worms live in your guts and share your food, so you have a hard time putting on weight. I've always had a little trouble with that because I have to run twice as fast as everyone else to keep up. And it was worse when I was a kid. Sometimes with bigger, healthier shelts, no one notices. Until the rice appears. Oh, Jesus. I just had Santa Fe-style chicken with rice. So I'm going to barf.
Hi, I'm Tim Dodge, author of the podcast novel Acts of Desperation, about a man... Jesus Christ.
Hi, I'm Mark L.S. Stone, author of the Bad Babubaga. Oh, I am a little bit stuffed up because the trees are having sex in my lungs, and I wish they would stop. Silvio asks why they can't have sex, and Gerard can't produce a reason that sounds convincing, even to himself. He finally gives in. The next morning, all of his uncertainties return. However, Silvio maintains his sense of humor and establishes that their friendship has not changed. Gerard relaxes. A little. Which, this being Gerard, means he's still hecka uptight. I also want to say that I totally called that Dakar is an iteration. You were doing Dakar, and I'm like, yes, she's definitely an iteration. I only wish I was on the forums, so I could have called it where somebody else was listening and gotten credit. All right, here we go. Are you
going to send her this whole thing?
Yes, I am. She can cut it apart and use the parts that aren't stupid.
Silvio was quiet for a while.
Alrighty.
But Abby was not.
She was chased. She was chased by wyverns. Can I just be your squirrel for... Okay. I'm too tired to be anything else. It hurts too much. Oh my God. I really did want to be able to sleep alone. That just ruined every other line you're going to get from me tonight.
And I'm back. This is 2025 Abby, coming to you with some thoughts on this episode. Oh guys, my voice actors were so long-suffering. They did have to say some funny lines with a straight face. Or with tears. In the previous episode, I mentioned interviews. Those interviews from way back then are packaged up in my online store. They are free. You can download them as a bundle all together. So if you go to shop.abigailhilton.com and do a search for Pirates of Weathervane or Cowry Catchers, or I think I have a category tag that you can click on that will just pull up everything related to these books, you can find them and some other extras, including things like the music you can get for free. Alright, so I said I wanted to talk about what I was doing at the point in time when I was producing these episodes. I was 1 year at my first job in Florida, and it was a terrible, toxic, mean, political job. And it really made me question my decision to go into anesthesia at all. It ended very badly. I ended up giving back my sign-on bonus. I had no money saved because I was trying desperately to pay off my enormous student loans, some of which were financed at almost 8%. I was planning to stay at that job at least 2 years, and I didn't even make it that far. So I left it exactly 1 year after I had arrived, and it was not a great place to be in. I had huge student loans. My books actually helped me pay my bills for a little while there. It was not the last time that my books would help keep me afloat. I wasn't making very much from writing at all at that point, but I was making a little. I was selling the Silvio short story that you will listen to here shortly called Professionals, and at that point in time I also did have, I think, the first 2 Cowry Catchers books up as ebooks. So a little bit, I was making a little bit from book sales. Anyway, I had known from the very beginning of my training that I wanted to do locums. I wanted to do some adventure jobs. I wanted to do some interesting stuff. And most people told me at that time, oh, you should get several years of experience in a big facility. Jumping out to 1099 locums work 1 year out of school was something that most people would not have advised. But I did it. I was pushed out of the nest, so baby bird spread her wings and flew. I took my first locums job back in Portland, which is where I trained, so it was a little bit like coming home, coming back to that area. It was an absolutely insane hospital situation. The previous group had lost the contract, and it had been really ugly. It was a hospital that had only had anesthesiologists previously, so we were coming in, me and a bunch of other locums were coming in as the first CRNAs they'd had there, nurse anesthetists. And to give you an idea of how unprofessional and crazy this situation had been, the OR supervisor told me that the group that was leaving, that had gotten pushed out, they wanted to sabotage the incoming group. Bear in mind, these are all physician anesthesiologists, professionals, adults, overwhelmingly men, okay? On their way out the door, they hid equipment, they hid laryngoscope blades, they glued drawers shut with super glue, and again, I'm telling you this from the OR supervisor's mouth, they smeared feces on the walls of the men's bathroom. And I tell you all this to say that after my previous job, my previous toxic political hospital job, I was delighted to be in this place. This was better. Now, of course, that previous group had been kicked out, and so they were gone, but they left in their wake utter chaos. Utter chaos. This was not a well-organized situation. But the people who had hired me knew that I had a choice about being there. They treated me with respect and kindness because they knew I could leave. And they paid me a good rate for the time. So I was happy. I was happy to be there. And it was better than the horrible situation I had left behind, which I am intentionally not describing in great detail because it gives me PTSD. And I'm just not going to do that on a public podcast. But anyway, it was better than the situation I was leaving behind. So that was in Portland. I am pretty sure that at this point in the podcast you're listening to, I had already finished that job, or I was about to finish it. I was there like 6 months. And then that truly was all of that place that I could take. I did leave at the end of that contract because it was a burnout job. So it was one of these jobs where they didn't give you an ending time, and you never knew whether you were going to be there 4 hours or, say, 18 hours or 20 hours. Like every single day you went to work, you had absolutely no idea when you were leaving, and it really could occasionally, rarely be as little as 4 hours, and on other days it was 18 hours plus. So you couldn't have a life. Like, you couldn't plan a life at all. But again, if the situation I'm describing sounds terrible, understand it was a massive improvement over the situation that I had left behind for many different reasons. My nephew was also born at that hospital while I was there. I got to be there when he was born. I was at work. I was down in the main OR. I also covered OB there, so I knew the OB suite and the OB physicians like quite well. And I got to run up there right after he was born, and that was super cool. My nephew, who, when he was 10, also read Hunter's Unlucky over and over and over again during a very stressful year of his life. But anyway, he was born there. My next locums job, the next one was Baltimore. That one was a mistake. I'll just say that. That entire assignment from beginning to end was a massive error. And I made several mistakes on the contract that I will never make again. I was very lonely. It was not a happy time. But I do distinctly remember working on hunters there, and that being one of the bright spots. And I think I was there for a total of 4 to 6 months. That's the thing about locums jobs. You don't have to stay, and your contract is always up at some point. I took substantial breaks between locums contracts at that time because they were fairly intensive, and they were at hospitals who really could not get coverage, and so there was always a reason, why they were seeking locums coverage. In Baltimore, I was afraid I was going to get shot. It was a far more physically dangerous job than I was led to believe before arriving. Anyway, the place after that I went was Tucson, and that was a delightful assignment. The hospital was so-so. There was some stuff going on there that I didn't like, and I did eventually leave because I was just kind of fed up with dealing with physicians at the hospital. But Tucson was absolutely delightful. I fell in love with Arizona, and that is where I wrote most of the rewrite of Hunter's Unlucky. Anyway, that is the point in time where I will stop talking for now. The next 2 weeks will be a couple of short stories, which will be important to future aspects of the Pirates of Wefervain saga. One of them will be about Silvio, and one of them will be about Dakar. I'll talk to you next week. This is Abigail Hilton, and you have been listening to the Pirates of Wefervain saga. Join me on Patreon for early episodes, long-form interviews, forum access, personal updates, and lots of artwork, including maps and species charts. That's patreon.com/Abigail Hilton. If you want the whole story now with no interruptions and some remastering of the early books for sound quality, you can find the entire series at shop.abigailhilton.com, along with all my other novels. The audiobooks are delivered by BookFunnel. Background music was Hidden Sky by Jamie Sieber, licensed from Magnatune.net circa 2014. The Guild of the Cowry Catchers podcast is an audio adaptation of the Pirates of Wefervain saga, written and produced by Abigail Hilton. Original production copyright 2010, all rights are reserved to the author.